in my area.
We got orcs. That is all you've got? Perfect.
All right. These guys interrupted my my startup as I came back. So I have been working on this like forever. I finally got frustrated and I went and looked up some help of how you defeat this stupid dragon, because as you saw in the last episode, you know, it was hitting it. Sure, there was a little bit of damage, but nothing was happening. Very frustrating. I just kept breaking my spear. You know, and even after the last recording, I went through and I've tried several times, broke the spear again, multiple times, went through more and more of my healing stuff. You know, I've replenished some of it. To no avail. Nothing. So, and there's no clues because I went through everything in my journals to read about it, everything here, even creatures, and looking up the dragon. And yeah, I mean, she's not even, you know, named here, right? So anyways, so what you're supposed to do is there's some pillars in here, evidently. Now, I've inadvertently already destroyed 3 of them. The last one's right here. I just need her to destroy this pillar. That's it. And then an opening will be presented where I can go ahead and... Oh, there's that pillar too. Okay, I haven't got all the pillars. There. Okay.
The light, it has blinded her.
What do I have to hit? Come on, bring your head down here. I think she's dead already. So I don't know what to say about that. I mean, maybe I should have noticed that, hey, there's all this stuff laying around. She's breaking stuff. There's some pillars here. And it looked like a ceiling that could collapse. Or I'm just stupid. And I didn't notice that. But then, okay, that's great. And then it's like, all I did is poke her like 3 times and she was dead. So, it is one thing that's been consistent outside of the very first boss, Bangladesh or Bogli or whatever his name was, Bulgard or Bulgak, I forget his name. You know, he was a challenge. It was your first boss. He had a boss bar, you know, and early on, all of that. Then you go through and you fight all of these war bosses. In general, they're a piece of cake. Concentrate on them, the horde disappears. I could see the challenge to where if you don't concentrate on them, you know, you have a continuous horde. And it took me several tries before I figured that out. And then I figured out, oh, if you just kill him, they all go away. So just ignore them, unless you want a lot of loot. And kill the war bosses. And then we got to the Troll King. Figured, all right, we're gonna have a big battle. This should be fun. And, interesting move sets with his ram, but you know, then again, it was like, okay, 5-6 hits, dead. You know, I mean, and while his shadow definitely impacted you, his little stones that he could, you know, you could go into despair and all of that stuff. again, not much of a challenge, right? You know, the individual orcs and goblins and stuff were more challenging than any of the bosses, including the dragon, outside of the frustration of the dragon. And I don't know what happened to all of her little brood horde that flew off in the cavern back there. Worn down ring. What am I supposed to do with that? Oh no, I don't need all this stuff. I'm just collecting it because I don't like leaving it laying around. Yeah, I guess I should have been more observant, and maybe I'd be interested. I don't know. I haven't been watching other players past where I have been because I don't want to spoil anything, right? Now I can go back and watch how a bunch of other people got to this point and see if they just naturally, oh yeah, you know, figured it out. Oops. Found in the belly of the dragon. Has no effects. Okay. I'm gonna repair and collect my campfire and then obviously continue down that path if there's a path there. Looks like there is. Oh. Nothing to repair. Right. I think we still have some clothing stuff up there. Okay. I thought there was a path over here. Now what? Okay. No paths. I don't think I'm supposed to build up. Oh.
Alec, it is done. The dragon is dead.
We are safe. We are saved.
No curse will block our way back out of Moria now.
Exit the east gate. King Thorin and Lord Gimli wait for you in the Dimrill Dale.
Thank you, Alec, for all your help. I'll see you soon, friend.
Still need an adamant hammer.
Outside.
Oh, now we get the... Okay, so we get... Talk to Eric and we get the recipe. And he poofs into poofness. Interesting. Okay. So... I still have to say that's a disappointing fight. Frustrating, because unless you notice that you're supposed to, like, get her to destroy... Oh my goodness, the orcs got in and they're destroying my farm.
Perfect.
I saw him earlier whacking away at the gate over there. I wonder
This one's done in.
did these guys spawn in here, or did they just... Really? Come on. Work. Swing. My freaking goodness. Oh, the door's door's not broke. I saw, you know, orcs out here earlier just trying to whack away at stuff, but I guess these guys just spawned in here. My big farm, I don't know if you've seen it, but we built one of the lights. We've got a nice farm with all of our stuff. If we get more bat droppings, we can expand it, but... Alright, anyways. As I was about to do, I was gonna make a meal. And then we were gonna see what it takes to build the adamant hammer. Well, we're not gonna do it here. We're gonna do it at the Cusdold Forge. Wow, that's cheap. I expected we needed mithril or other things, but all we have to do is come here and build it. Okay, you know. Alright, so we needed an adamant hammer for several things. First, back at the dragon place, you know, we need more diamonds for the bridge. Did she drop mithril? She must have dropped mithril. Excuse me. Might as well get our buffs. Too early to sleep. Drink it down. Eat. All right. I won't get the anti-poison one, but... So first, back in the dragon area, there was a place we needed an adamant hammer to reseal the shadow. I never did see if there was anything behind this. Does not look like it. Just looks like some torches. Whoops. Not quite where I wanted that. So it was in the main room where we fought the orcs. Can we build up here now? do anything with that. Just picking these things up because they show up on the map and confuse me. You'd think you'd be able to get up there. Okay, but there was this statue up here that we could repair or something, right? Yeah. Can't do anything about that. But we can do this. So evidently, this was here to stop the shadow curse. We'll see if it all goes away here in a minute. Where else did we need the adamant hammer? Besides the bridge. Is that the only place? Oh, we can make the lamps now. Well, that's cool that we can make the lamps. Okay. I mean, that's cool. I mean, it's the end of the game. But it'll let us make the lamps, which tells me that let's get, I'm gonna need come on, really? I need Durin's axe, which really isn't an axe. There we go. So I'm curious about two things before we go rebuild the bridge. West Gate. Is this the one I want? I don't know if I actually ever repaired this. If this is the very, very beginning, right? Close enough. I'll go this way. Now, the only reason I'm coming over here is I'm curious about something. So if you recall, when you're first in the tutorial at the very beginning of the game, right? You find the backside of the Dreamworld Gate, and it can't be used because it's been shadow cursed, shadow blocked. So I'm wondering, can you unblock it? We can build those statue things to get rid of all of the shadow everywhere. I am curious is if we go out and we meet with the king, will we be able to come back in and continue the, not really continue the game, but from a sense, see there's the gate up there. Will we be able to continue, like if we wanted to come in here and build a big base or clean stuff up, can you do that? We are doing damage. I think we got it.
I cannot leave yet. There is more to do.
Okay, so you can leave from this side if you wanted to. Okay, well that's good to know. Interesting. Our first base. Let's repair this thing. If I go here, I have to go up. This one? Is this the one that's in the room? No, I destroyed that one that's in the room, didn't I? We'll see where this one is. I'm trying to think of which one's the closest to the doors. The bastion, we just have to climb up. Okay, so yeah, there's this one. How much, we need more adamant. Okay. So before we do this, we have, because we need like 200 adamant. So we need to go back to the base. So it's either we come here and run down, or we go up, or go to the bastion and we run up. Either way works. Since we didn't put a marker next to the door. We'll see if it finishes the game. I wonder if I should like make a backup save. Boy, this is taking a while. Because I wouldn't mind, probably wouldn't do it on camera or anything like that, but yeah, this is easier. I think you only need 200, but we'll take a whole horde. Why not? Yeah, this one. But like, just, I wouldn't mind going around, build the stones at all the shadow areas, clean up everything. Let me like try to rebuild buildings. I mean, to me, that would be fun. I mean, there's no purpose to it for the game, but for me, that would be fun. It'd be like, oh, let's make Moria, you know, what it used to be. You know, some of these piles are annoying because you can't clean them up, but we could repair stuff, do stuff, make new buildings, walls, light everything up so there's a nice clear path for the entire way. Like clean up this room, knock down all the rest of the pillars. Should have drank the lacquer so I have stamina. Okay. Yeah. I think this one's stamina. Forgot this is a long ways to run even this way. I think the bastion actually is quicker. Yeah, okay, this one's stamina. Alright, that's better. But yeah, it would be nice to come through, put strategic torches, clean up all these stone blockades, clean up all the loose stone. No purpose from a gameplay perspective, but it could be fun. I'm gonna build a map stone over here next to the gate. I'm surprised there isn't one already, but of course you need a way to clean up everything. See, you could repair these stairs because you could put down a temporary hearth, build, and then remove the hearth. That works. I've done that before. But then, can you sweep all this stuff out? Okay, I'm gonna come here. Exit. We still got this one stuck here. Don't really want to exit. I don't. It's like, don't want it to end the game necessarily right now. Am I gonna be able to come back in? If I can't come back in, I'm gonna be really disappointed. Because that means that... Is there a way to... No. Alright, here we go.
The Dimril Gate. The way out of Khazad-dûm. At last.
Actual light from windows. Oh, we don't want our fellow dwarves coming in the dark. Better light some lights. Although I don't think the gate actually looked like this at this point. Orcs had torn it all down and put in their own little hutch. Let's just say that. Is there anything down here? Besides a mess? Planter boxes. Doesn't look like anything in particular. Still have control. I haven't gotten. Say goodbye to Ara. Am I allowed to go outside? Oh. So you can exit. Or we can speak to Arik.
Arik, this has been quite the return to Moria, hmm? Will you join King Thorin
Yeah, we're
on his
160
journey back
days.
to Erebor?
Almost half a year.
I couldn't fly off without saying goodbye, my friend. What will you do now?
I will continue rebuilding this place. Mine Mithril, subdue the shadows, perhaps even solve the mystery of Bundushator.
You really are Lord of Moria. It suits you.
My hammer strikes now to prepare Moria. When Durin returns, he will take up the crown as King of Khazad-dûm.
Then Durin's folk shall return to Khazad-dûm. For now, the North Wind's call. Farewell!
Farewell, Arik.
Oh, now we get more recipes? King's Blue Tank. Kamim Shaja 1. Oh, that must be a rune. Wait for Durin the Last. Prepare for Durin's entry. Durin the Last will lead us all back in. Until that time I have been appointed Lord of Moria. It is my duty to prepare the way. Okay. I can now meet the king. Hold it over to the king. Alright. So from this, we got a King's Brew tank. My goodness, this looks like great big. Okay. Got those. I'm just seeing if I missed anything else. Is there anything new? And we got a mithril ingot. All of our wood stuff, which they finally added stairs. All of our granite stuff. All of our adamant stuff. Okay. I'm not seeing anything necessarily new. Outside of the new thing. So here's the question. If I exit, does it end the game? Because it did give me a task to prepare, which means am I supposed to clean this place up or something? Here we go. Let's see.
The first mithril Durin ever mined. So much of our fate is tied to this stone.
Oh, is that the one
The
stone?
heart of the dwarves has been found. At last, Durin can wake to lead us all into Khazad-dûm. The
That's me
fight against the
standing there.
shadow must continue, led by our new Lord of Moria. Hazen Gimli, you were right this time.
Oh, no, that's Gimli. That's not.
Well done, young hero. Now, we celebrate!
You'd think if the king came, there'd be a lot more than a dozen
It
dwarves
was
there.
a pickaxe. All along, Uncle Balin thought it was a great weapon. And a dragon? Oh. You have some tales to tell, Lord of Moria. Alas, I may not be here when Durin returns. I made promises, you see, to meet Aragorn in Minas Tirith, see Merry and Pippin again.
So
To
they're
make
setting this,
One final trip.
the
with
Merry and Pippin thing at the
Legolas.
time they're still alive.
Perhaps hear the Lady of the Wood again. But your story doesn't end here. Oh no. This is your company now. May its deeds be long remembered. Farewell. And may the luck of the dwarves be ever with you.
right. Well, I don't know if I can go back in the mines or if it's just done. It would be awesome if I could go back inside, but who knows? Like, where's the save file? Like, if I go back in. Overall, absolutely loved this experience in this game. Sure, there's some things that could be better, and I know they're working on doing some quality of life improvements. Is there a way to... Oh. Whoops. So you push escape, it puts you back here, so you can do stuff. Alright, well, that's cool. Anyways, as I was saying, I was just going to turn the volume down. That's all I was going to do. As I said, you know, absolutely love the experience. I know they're working to improve some quality of life. I would imagine with the success that this experience has had, that they'll, I don't know, who knows, they might do some expansions, might figure out something else to do. What is it with my hair? Open the doors and the wind is escaping. Makes me wonder, now that I've exited, can I exit the other side? But anyways, I just have to go across the bridge. Who knows? You know, what they'll do from a standpoint of that. I mean, how far down can we go? I'm sure somebody's jumped off that to see how long they fall. We find the lake down at the bottom, like Gandalf. Anyways. I think it's this one. As I said, love the experience. Fighting the orcs and stuff, perfectly fine. It was a great challenge to do that. Need to make a torch. The special weapons and items, one thing I wish is you should be able to put that crystal torch and carry it in your backpack always. Why you can't just stick it in your backpack and then carry like these other things? I'm starving. We can fix that. We're still starving. Have some salted beef. Salted... It's not beef. Salted rat? I don't know. Wolf? I keep losing my words as far as what I'm trying to say. Could definitely have some improvements to some of the fighting. Can I not build here? Build on that wall. But we can build there. Okay. Anyways. The boss fights we've already talked about. They could definitely be better. They were not very good. So those could be done better for sure. Because, yeah, those fights were not very good. Outside of the first one. The dragon fight, that was frustrating. Not because she was difficult, but because I was doing damage, or at least I thought I was doing damage. I saw all the 8s. I now realize that all of those 8s that were on the screen were probably the damage she was doing to the stone, to all the wood platforms, all the stuff she was breaking. It had nothing to do with me. But maybe if I had just continued fighting by chance, that last pillar would have gotten broken. Because maybe I would have been on that side and wandered over there. Possibly. And then I would have figured it out. Maybe that's what people experience. But I'm going to go look at other people and see what they experience with that. But I think that was... There was no clues, nothing to hint that that's what you had to do, that you couldn't just fight her, right? I mean, most people are going to go in, okay, we're going to fight her. We built this spear for a reason. And they're probably going to do the same thing I did. Try attacking her. Maybe not to the extent that I did. And figure out that, okay, this isn't working. It's not doing anything. What do we do? And maybe they figure out the pillars. I don't know. Tricky. But otherwise, other than that, I really have no complaints. Some of the building materials I think could have been available earlier, but I like the progression. I like the exploration. The randomness is good. There are a couple rooms that got repetitive, like the forges and some of the other things. It's like, okay, there could have been some variety here. It wouldn't have been too difficult to spend a little extra time and have a different setup instead of every single forge, a gear, a crank, a pipe, a gear, a crank, a pipe, a gear, a crank, a pipe. That, you know, things like that that's kind of laziness in my opinion from game design. So there's some things there. Got a little lost in the Balthazar, whatever area it's called. Baranzabar. Got a little lost here. That was tricky because I think the map needs a way to see through all the layers. And you can't see through the layers. So that was kind of annoying because this was a big area. And there's like, I don't know how many layers in my level. It'd be great if you could rotate this so that you can see, like, here's the bottom layer, here's the top, you know, see the layers from a side view and have that ability to rotate the map in a 3D form. I think that would be cool. But otherwise, still have no idea what the ring's for. It's here. Not like I can wear rings. That's something they could have added. You could have put rings on so you have power, but maybe they're evil rings. No. That would fit right in with lore of, you know, not all the magic rings were, you know, part of Sauron's domain. There were other magic rings that were created in the history of Middle-earth that had nothing to do with Sauron or Melkor. So, who knows? Anyways, I'm rambling. Thanks everybody for joining. Oh,
A dwarf coming through those doors, what a sight! Think, Durin, your head is as strong as a mountain. That collapse scared all of us. We are to set up a trading camp. Supplies from Rohan, the Shire, the Havens, whatever you need to finish the job in there. So, get back to it, Lord of Moria.
maybe the game's not done. All the clues... Okay, we'll get this back. All the clues are saying you gotta do stuff. Anyways, thanks for joining me, everybody. I might do a stream where I go around clean up stuff or something like that. Who knows? But we'll see you in the next game otherwise. Thanks for joining and have a great day.